Revelation chapter 18. Thawada, Yahawah, Yahawashi, Quadash Wakar. We almost out of here, Ahchyam. We almost out of here. Kal Halal, Yahawah, Ahchyam, Yahawashi, Ahchyam, Rakwa Quadash. Thawada Yahawah for giving us Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who had the 100% spirit of Yahawashi. Double honors to the kinetic and the elders of GMS, our big brothers. Greetings and salutations to the brothers in this country and all over the world who are prophesying in the true name of Yahawashi, the King of the universe, which is none other than the power of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody who are descendants from those people on their father's side. Shalom to those who are scattered abroad. Shalom to the Ahchyam and the Ahchyam. I am Yahawah. I'm going to read Revelation 18, and gonna read Revelation 18. And what spawned this show was, brother Yahawah, that Texas king, had brother out there, Remnant 144. Okay, and he posted a picture of what I'm going to show. He posted a picture, and just by looking at it, he posted a picture online, and then I made a I put a comment, I put Revelation 18. So that's what sparked the show, Lord willing. And I was also looking at some on BitChute. And when the vaccines, what they're doing. Oh man, I said the word. What the Beetlejuice is doing. And yeah, man, you people who took it, man, I mean, I can't really say that you're just done, man. You're done. I think about my father, you know what I mean? Because he has it. And he ain't, quick testimony, man, I reached out to him yesterday. We texted this morning, but, he took it like a long, a while ago, man. One of the first ones, like in January, February. Not gonna go through the whole thing. I think I last saw him with me and Nas was like during the summer. And yeah, we told him about it. And he didn't accept it, things like that, but whatever. But the point is, that when I looked at the video, I'm thinking about him, and plus I haven't talked to him in 3 months, it's been a while. And we barely talk. We talk every once in a while, but we barely talk since he got it. And we already know the ins and outs of that, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, we really know the in and outs, the nanotechnology there, the frenzy frequency and how they control you. I can't say too much, but this video I showed, man, and, as we know, it just enhances what we already know about it. And, they're completely compromised, man. They're completely compromised. And what it's doing is actually changing them. Because, my dad, he's not acting really the same, he's not acting the same, and, and it's what it's doing is changing them. It's like hardwiring the brain. I mean, we're talking about, I'm gonna get the scripture, but we're talking about, just tell you why, Lord willing, why I thought of the show. We're talking about something that changes your mind, It's actually changing you. you have 20 to 30,000 metal parts or particles in your body, in your body already that they've been putting in the air and that you've been breathing in. You got those PC tests, whatever they call them. I can't really say too much in that, but you already know about that, and they put that's in you, man, and that's growing, and it's like taking over you, you know. And I'll just leave it at that. And you know, so I saw that, like, damn, you know, it's over, man. And then, you know, other stuff going on today with me, you know. But you just gotta let go of a lot of things, and it's beautiful, man, because the Lord's gonna come back. And then when I saw the brother at the remnant say 144, Elder I always forget to say how you say your name. Yahawah, I believe. You know, Salakia boy. You know, you post this, and this was like the cherry on the topic, man. Like, yo, man, this is over. So let me show you this. Look how ridiculous this is, man. Okay. This is what just stuck out to me. All right, now you see this. This is remnant 144. Oh, okay. And you see, he's giving you an example. Like, look at what today in Babylon, you know, they consider what these terms are. You know what I mean? So in Babylon, that's supposed to be Native American, right? In Babylon, the vice president is African. Is supposed to be African American, so-called black, whatever, right? That's the face of a Native American according to Babylon. This is the face of a so-called black person in America, right? And she's not even fully, you know what? She's not fully. She's not fully Jake. I believe. You got the face of that freak oppressed. You got the face of this dummy competent. You got the face. What does hero mean in Babylon? That's the face of a hero, a dead nigga. You know. The way that's a hero, and you got a knee stuck to your neck, and that's considered a hero. This guy who hasn't even been in a science lab, all right, since middle school, is considered a scientist in the world. This is your scientist of today. This little android girl looks like a damn something out of a what's that 80s movie, the Puppet Masters doll freak. This little freak, that's supposed to be an expert of climate. A little girl at that. When you commit protest, right? We saw what happened in past year, starting in 2020. That's supposed to be most peaceful, right? This is what peaceful means. And lastly, we have this thing here, right? It was the head of the whole health organization of the United States, right? Got elected by Biden. It first started in PA, but now it's in the head of the whole country, I believe. I forget what her title's called, but that's supposed to be a woman. All in Babylon. So this was striking to me. I gotta so I'm gonna keep going. Oh, hold up. This is supposed to be all gender restroom. Okay. I don't want nobody to see my email name. Hold up. Bill Gates warns smallpox, terror attacks, and urges leaders to use germ games. Prepare. We already know what the germ games are. All right. I can't say too much. This is 5 pages, almost like this is the 4th one. Israel will be destroyed if it makes any mistakes in Tehran dealings, Iran says. So Israel's going to be destroyed. You know, so what does that mean? That they're getting ready for war. Okay, and the last one. There was 5 pictures in the roll the elder sent, shared. And this says 30-year high inflation squeezing American families. So what does this signify? This signifies the stock market breaking, crashing, inflation rising, the economy crashing, right? We got World War III about to break out. That's in the scriptures, that's prophecy. All this is prophecy. All right, that we know that's a mad scientist, he's a freak. Changing things upside down, right? Should be steaming as polished clay. They changing everything, all gender restroom. And then lastly, what hit me, my spirit, was this one, man. I mean, come on. That's a Native American that you see all that. This is crazy right here. That's a scientist, that's a hero, that's a woman. That's an expert. This is considered peace. You already know. So I'm gonna go to Revelation 18 now. And when I'm looking at that, I'm like, yo, man, you know, it's over. We at the end, man. We at the end. I know it took 10 minutes to go into that. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. We're almost out of here. So all I can think of was Revelation 18. So all this, what does it signify? In my mind, Lord willing, I said Revelation 18, Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. You know, this place is out of here. Because literally, Yahawashi is near. You know, he's near, and he's near. He's near. So I'm not going to get any precepts. I'm just going to go right to it. You know, Revelation 18, verse 1. It reads, "And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird." Is that not, this is not a lie. Is that not true? We just showed you this place, you know, the freakness of Babylon. Babylon in the Hebrew means what? Babal, which means confusion. This post right here, the elder shared with us on the, you know, this is utter confusion, right? Utter confusion, man. It can't get any worse than this. Can't get any worse than this. He cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, which is America, and it's become the habitation of devils. Yeah, because devils means a liar, as deceivers. This place is the habitation of devils and deceivers, man. From the people you work with, the people you fucking have to deal with, from the woman you deal with, and whatever she is, they're demons, they're devils. You know, your family members, whatever have you, which we don't deal with them anyway, but you know what I mean? Talk about your immediate ones. False camps, false news, psyops on the people. Everything you eat is a damn lie. I mean, it's like the Twilight Zone. It's getting worse and worse and worse. This is a beautiful thing, though. So it has become the habitation of devils, man. Devils mean deceiver. Devils means liar. And the hold of every foul spirit. Is it not true that there's foul spirits here that are involved with bestiality, pedophilia, necrophilia, becoming transformers? You know, I don't gotta go through the whole thing. This place is filled with foul spirits. All right. Every foul spirit you can find here in America, man. Okay, murderers, adulterers, all those stuff are listed, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. All right. All these dirty nations here, all these dirty customs and religions, man. You know, are here at this melting pot. Unclean. It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Again, for all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of fornication. And what's that wine? It's the philosophies, once again, of America, which Elder Zaccarano always coined, I get from him, the false philosophy of freedom, okay? False philosophy of freedom, which is your democracy, which is destroying the whole world, you know, by way of your puppet leaders and your sinister businesses, whether it be food filled with GMOs or clothing companies, building companies, in other people's lands or countries for cheap labor. You know, and then people dying while they're building. You know, while it costs 50 cents to make a shoe over there, you know, or they're getting 50 cents a month, they sell that same item and bringing it back to America for $1 million, a purse or a shoe. You know what I mean? That's how so they outsource a lot of jobs all over the world. That's what American Indian has been liquidated. All these jobs have been outsourced to other countries, man. So they make a penny on it costs nothing for them to make, because if they keep these companies here, they gotta pay you. You gotta get benefits. You gotta get paid a certain wage, all that. But these other countries, they don't give a damn. That's why I forget, it was Bangladesh where that building broke down in Asia. It broke down on these people, like 200 some people died in one of those sweatshops, or you know, all these people died. I think it was Bangladesh like 5-6 years ago, and it happens all the time. But anyway, that's what that's talking about, right? For all the nations have drunk of the wine of wrath of fornication, and all that. The fornication is the philosophies, you know, all that goes with that. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with it. I mean, they have done business with this bitch, America, Babylon. You know, they have taken in their customs, taken in their democracy and their way of capitalism and all that. You know why? Because by bribery, putting in puppet leaders, and in turn destroying their own world, their own country, their own kinsfolk. Right? And it says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, right? And the merchants of the earth have waxed rich. Who are the merchants? The elites, the international bankers, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, all the 1% of the 1%. And then you got the rich 13, the first 1,300 families, then the council of 300, whatever. Or council of 13, and the rich Fortune 300 companies, and so on and so on. But the first on the list is the Rothschilds, okay? Or the Illuminati, the Zionists, what do you want to call them? Big Brother. International bankers, right? The nation of the Amalekites. So it says, and they're the kings of the earth, right? Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not him, who is he? So this man controls the world. If it's not, it has to be talking about him. Right? And they have waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies, and all the delicacies that America's been getting because they've been given cheap labor by other countries to build their products. You've been enslaving our people and putting them in the jail cell, paying them shit to make your license plates or your HP computers or your whatever you want to make in the jail. You know, they're making a lot of money, man. And especially off the blood, sweat, and tears of our people, off of slavery, the transatlantic slave trade. You know what I mean? We're talking about billions of dollars was made during that time. This is the key to the rising of Babylon. You know, off of the slaves that were in America, man. Again, when you don't pay your slaves and you make 1,000% profit, bringing in tons and tons and barrels of cotton and silk a day, and then trading it with other countries for silk, iron, guns, minerals, and all that kind of stuff, they were making and killing, man. This is what solidified the international bankers, man. You know? This is what solidified international bankers. Slavery upon our people. You know what I mean? So this whole thing about, we're not the people, you're blinded, man. No other people on the face of the earth has come close to the sufferings of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Look what happened to Native Americans, look what happened to our people, South America, especially us, Nobody compares, man. And the thing is, people are downplaying it, which makes it even more proof that we are those people. Scripture say, who shall bemoan thee? Who should go aside and ask how thou doest? Anyway. Right? And you can't tell me that America's not delicate, man. Look at all their delicacies in the America Fifth Ave and all the money that they make here in the businesses and the corporations and all that. Right? And it says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High remembered her iniquities. Meaning that what? That the Lord is talking about getting you beamed up, getting saved. All right? Getting beamed up in these chariots. Okay? That's what it means to me. Again, I heard another voice from heaven saying, come up out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive none of her plagues. And what's the plague? The nuclear missiles that's going to rain upon America. All right, Babylon. Okay. It reads, for the sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. Reward, yeah. Look what you did to our people, man. We don't got to go through it, right? Gator bait, castrating the men, decapitating our men, buck breaking the men before their families, splitting up families, hangings, lynchings for no reason. Wasn't considered a human being. All right, wasn't considered a human being, man. All right. So it says, reward her even as she rewarded you, right? And double unto her, double according to her works, in the cup which she hath filled to her double. So all the things that you've done unto us, nation of Edom, right? Babylon the Great, through the power of the nation of Edom, those damn Amalekites, 1% of the 1%, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPonts, all them dummies, right? We're going to give you double. We're going to give you double with the power of Yahawah through his son, Yahawashi, in the kingdom. You haven't seen nothing yet. Like Apostle Har says, you haven't seen hate until we get our hands on your detestable asses in the kingdom. All right? And that's going to be the true hell for you. All right? That's going to be your true hell, man. And it's going to be righteous. It's going to be well deserved for all the stuff that you've done here to our people, to the Lord's people, and especially to what you did against the Most High and the Lord, right? And upon his sovereign people. It will be justified because you're the wicked when we get our hands on you in this side and also in the kingdom, especially, man. Then all the other nations are going to be glad that they're not Edomites. They're going to get it too. They're all going to get it bad. But they're going to be happy they're not Edom. You so-called white people, you got to come to you, man. Payback is definitely coming back to you. You are not going to get away what you did with slavery. All right? Karma, the Spirit of the Lord is going to come back upon you. We're in that time right now. It's going to come in the form of men, getting that power, getting that standard. It's going to come from the Holy Spirit of Yahawashi. And ultimately, Yahawashi, when he cracks the sky with the thousands of angels, Michael, the archangel. This is literally going to happen, man. We're going to see it. We're going to see it, and you're going to see it. And looking at that post from the brother, Yashawamba, who posted that, I mean, it's over, man. It's over. And especially what they put in you, man, you got that thing in you, you're done, man. You're just being slowly transformed into something else. If you could, you know, if you're not, whatever, you know, passed on yet, you're being slowly transformed. Metals in your body work as an interface, and it's like literally you're turning into it. It's basically transhumanism. You know what I mean? So people close to you who took it, man, you can see they're changing. They're changing. Even the PC tests have something in it where it just goes into your brain and just starts redeveloping, man, and multiplying and getting bigger. Right? So they're changing. Hence, look at Travis Scott concert, man. The whole country's gonna be like that soon. It says, how much she glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and she shall see no sorrow. Yeah. And you know, come on, that's talking about America. Look how much they glorify themselves. We are the best, the biggest, and the brightest. You know, we're gonna live on. We're gonna be in Iraq for 100 years. That's what McCain said when he was running for, to be president against Obama. We're gonna have our troops there in Afghanistan for 100 years. He said, how proud is that? Glorifying themselves, glorifying their way is the best way, and Most High's, the Bible is nothing, and the children of Israel are nothing, and you know, our Constitution is what going to govern the world. They make movies about themselves, like they're going to conquer the galaxy. They glorify themselves, man, beyond measure. You know, their philosophy, their ways, and they spit at the truth against Yahawashi. They spit at the people of the Lord. You know, and you damn right they live deliciously. You know, look how spoiled America is, and you're about to see. When all these little victuals and tangibles getting taken away from you, you see gas pricing rising, food price rising, and you see how other countries been struggling and been surviving, but America's been living it up, man, you know, and having no problems over here. See, but the Lord saved the best suffering for last upon you Edomites, because why? Like Isaiah, I believe Isaiah 10 it says, or Isaiah 34, for the controversy of the nation of Zion. This is all happening because what you did to our people, man. It's finally coming back on your ass. All right? Through the power of our Lord. And then you're going to see him. And there's no escape. Keep lying. Keep doing what you do, because everything you're doing is just feeding the prophecies. It's going more to what Yahawashi is saying. This is why this is so beautiful. The Lord is very close, and we're almost out of here. You see what happened to the brother who made the testimony in the Caribbean. He said, the angel talked to him. He said, we're gonna gather everybody soon. We're almost out of here. Soon we're gonna get everybody. Who's everybody? The elect, the 1/3. It says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication, Salak, therefore shall have plagued someone one day, death and mourning and famine. I'm going to read a little quicker. And she shall be utterly burned with fire. Right? Excuse me. Therefore, her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, famine. And she shall be utterly burned with fire. Right? By nuclear missiles, World War III. For strong is the Lord, power, who judgeth her. Salak. And the kings of the earth, who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Yeah, so all the other nations, the leaders of the other nations, the sellouts, the puppet leaders, you know, all the ones that made so much money being sellouts and destroy their own nation and their own people over there, the Chinese, the Moabites, the Elamites, Arabs, Ishmael, Ham, all of them. They all sold out their people. They took a bag from Esau, right? This EU, all right? The red dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns, the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns, NATO, EU, and America, taking that bag and destroying their own people. But it says there, they're going to bewail her. They're going to cry out for her. They're going to lament. When they shall see the smoke of her burning. So when this place is destroyed by 200, well, like it's prophesied, 200 million missiles that is going to be shot down upon America, they're gonna cry out, no, you know what I mean? You know, because it's over. It's over. It says, and lament for her. And when they shall see the smoke of her burning, right, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Right? And it says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment. That torment represents that, damn, we're about to get destroyed like America is. We're about to get that same thing. Because I looked up the word torment in the blue letter, right? And basically it goes back to, hold up. Oh, okay, it goes back to the word salacious. Let's see.
Salacious.
Salacious. All right, so that word torment goes back. Let's look it up again. What was that? Revelation 18 and what was that? And 10. It goes back to word salacious. Right, and it says a torture, a testing by the touchstone, which is a black siliceous stone used to test the purity of gold or silver by the color of the streak produced on it by rubbing it with either metal. So basically saying, what is that torment they're talking about? It's basically a torture. It represents torture, right? So they fear the torture that's going to come upon them. How? Because it says a torture, a testing by the touchstone, which is a black siliceous stone used to test the purity of gold and silver by the color of the streak produced on it by rubbing it with metal. So they basically, what a black siliceous stone is a rock. I think I pulled up images, or I can't pull up now. It's a rock. I'll just describe it because it's getting long. It's a rock, and when you're done with the gold or your silver, you take this siliceous rock and you scratch the gold to see if it's good, you know, if it's ready. Kind of like when you bite gold to see if it's good. So you're like, right, that would be considered torture because you're scratching it, and whatever color it gives out, you're gonna see if it's good or bad, right? So what does that mean? That same scratch that America got by the destruction of America, them other nations, they're gonna get that scratch too. They're gonna be fucked up. Right, so that's why I said they saw the torment, the torture. They said, "Oh shit, we were a part of that. Now we're gonna get a piece of that too, because we were a part of that." Right, right. So it says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment. So they were scared about how America went out, and it's gonna be, man. The scriptures say when the missiles shoot down on America, the earth is going to rock to and fro. That's what we just read up. Strong is the hand of the Lord. It says, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. 1 hour this bitch is going to go down. So they're going to be amazed how quickly it goes out, man. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Yeah, what are the merchants of earth? All the sellouts all over the world, but mostly the elites. Okay? The elites. They're going to be mourning. They're going to know it's fucking over when the Lord crashes the skies and the missiles shoot down in America. They're going to know it's over. It's over. It's all over. And they're going to be weeping and gnashing and in pain, anguish, giving up the spirit. Right? It says for the merchants, it says, the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. It says the merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and thion, wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manner of vessels of most precious wood, and of brass, and iron, and marble, okay, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointments, and fragrances, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beast, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and the souls of men. Yeah, what souls of men? Well, first of all, you sold your soul to the devil. It's talking about that and all the stuff you had to do for that. You're giving up your integrity, you sellouts, you bitches. And then also, literally taking of the souls of men. You know, that Beetlejuice that's in you, that's taking your soul. That's killing your pineal gland. You know? That's why, just really been the, my dad's situation, whatever, man. I'm gonna go into it, but that video, we already know, but man, you know what I mean? And just feeling like, just feel something. He's off, and a lot of people are off. They're getting worse. People who took the test, that's doing something to them, But it's beautiful, man, because we're at the end. Nothing matters no more. Nothing matters, Just as truth. We just got to let go of this world, man, and get ready for our Lord and to give up these bodies, man. And really get ready for spiritual power and the healings and all that, man. But who was making a show? Oh, the Connecticut elders were making a show. And I was looking at it, they were like, we got it. Basically, the Lord's making us numb. And he is. All this shit we're going through now, I know it's tough. But it's really the Lord showing us, man. He's making it's working. He's making us numb to everything. He's making us hard. He's making us numb. So when shit happens, we're rising in the spirit. We're rising. And that means we're letting things go. And we see we're at the end, man. Remember the year, hastening the year of the Lord. So those souls of men, man, and I can go on for days about that, but we know everybody's soul has been taken here, especially by the, what? Literally takes your soul away from you. You become, what was the word I saw in the video? They said you lose your biological self. You don't have, and that's what I felt today with the messages to my pops and other stuff too, It says, Salak 14, and the fruits that Salak, and it says, and the fruits that thy soul lusteth after. All right, and all those stuff that it lists, all the merchants, the gold, the silver, precious stones, all the basically that represents all those materials, but all the great minerals and the stuff that you stole from other lands, the diamonds, the pearl, the precious rocks, the spoils that you stole from other nations, the money, the oil, the everything, man. The business represents all the business, the poppy seeds, the pharmaceutical companies, the Exxon companies, your oil, your GMO foods, your all the stuff that you made, the minerals and you stole from the earth, and you made so much money off it. You're charging people for water. You're drugging the people. And the fruits that thy soul lusteth after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. And all this stuff that everybody was enjoying in this damn cesspool called America, right? It's all gone. It's all gone. It's over. You're not going to enjoy it anymore. It says, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. Right? So they're gonna send the elites, the 1%, Rothschilds, Rockefeller. They're gonna be like, damn. I mean, not damn. They're gonna be more than that. They're gonna fear. They're gonna greatly fear, man. Right? They're going to fear of that torment. They're going to fear of that torture. Torment is torture, and you're going to get it double, like the scriptures say, double. All right? In our kingdom, you Edomites will die 1,000 deaths a day. You understand? 1,000 deaths, not one. At least when you're a hunger ninja, he was done. All that pain and anguish. But you're gonna be going way worse than that, man. Okay? You're gonna see what we went through was nothing, like a walk in the park. But you Edomites, man, in the kingdom, all right? You're gonna be dying multiple times a day. You're gonna be seeing creatures that you've never seen before. And then you're gonna see us, not even regular human form. We're gonna be extraterrestrials, man. We're gonna be extra humans, superhuman people, superhuman beings. All right? With great power. You're gonna see the glory on the men of the Lord. Starting with Yahawashi upon his men, his people, starting with the elect. And that's scary as hell. It's really like a dream, but become in these thoughts, like men flying and powers, that's considered a dream and fantasy. But in reality, that's really reality. That's what the kingdom is. And that power belongs to us. You know, and you're going to be under that, Esau. And you're going to have to face that. And you won't be able to face it. Anyway, I'm going to finish off. I'm going to read it. It's been 40 minutes, Salak. So it says, right, they're going to fear that torture they're going to get. And saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster, and all the company, in ships, and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off. Basically all the business that this bitch has made in America. Starting with our people, right? It's finished. It's done. Look what they did to Panama Canal. They confiscated that land to bring forth business, and that's how business really was coming forth from the other countries through the Panama Canal. They needed that when America was established. You know, that's why wars are fought over there. You know, the Panama Canal is still important for traveling and for ships to go through. You know, it's one of the I forget what they call it, like the lung, or not the lung. So it has a nickname for like transportation around the world. You know, high traffic over there. So it's your shipmaster and all the accompanying ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, business, stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? There was no place like America, right? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city, wherein we were made rich, and they that cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea, by reason of her costliness. For 1 hour is she made desolate. You're gonna go down real fast, man. It's like seeing Bruce Lee getting knocked out in 5 seconds with one punch. It's like seeing Mike Tyson in his prime and some dude come out of nowhere and slap him in the face. He's out cold in 3 seconds. Well, more than that, actually. Punch him in his face, his head explode, and he's just out of there. That's what we're talking about. Or going to Bruce Lee and just kicking him and his whole body explodes or splits in half. This is how bad and easy America is going to go out, man. And that's a beautiful thing. You know, it's a beautiful thing, man. So it says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, right? All the heavens, all the spiritual realm, the whole universe, and planet Earth is going to be haven as well. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and the prophets. That's talking about us, starting with the apostles of GMS and on down, doing his work, not no sellouts, not Sakari or the dummies, BIUIC, we're talking about the men who's doing the work, all right, period, okay? That's what the Lord's paying attention to, and that's what the Lord cares for. You other dummies are clowns. The Lord don't give a damn about you, man, unless you repent. And we know that you're not, for the most part, okay? So read it again. It says, because the Lord says, those who do the will of my Father, that's my family. That's what the Lord said when he pointed to his when the disciple bothered him and said, look, your mother and your brothers asked for you. No. He said, no. He pointed to the disciples. Those who do the will of my Father, that's my family. That's my father, my mother, my sister. So the ones who doing, and who what's the Lord's will? Prophesying. All right. Revelation 19 verse 10. The Spirit of the Lord is the Spirit of prophecy. You ain't prophesying. You're not a prophet. Prophesy, prophesy. Prophets prophesy prophecy. Triple P. Prophets prophesy prophecy. That's it. You ain't talking about the MOTB. You ain't warning people about the concentrate, whatever. All this stuff, ultimately about the RFID chip. You're not prophesying, man. So, it says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and the prophets, for the Most High hath avenged you on her. Right? So the Lord has avenged us because of us. All right? It's finally, the Lord's finally going to avenge us, man. It says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea. Which represents, the camp as well, because we're all the great millstone the sea represents the people. And we're casting into the sea to bring out this truth. But overall, it means destruction. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall thy great city Babylon be thrown down. And that's what that did. He grabbed a millstone. It was basically an analogy to show you how America is going to be destroyed by violence, man. And when you drop a millstone, I was looking at it, that thing's huge. It weighs a few tons. So if you throw it at the ground, you throw it into the sea, it's a big, huge atomic splash is going to come up. And that's how America's going to go on, by atomic nuclear power, man. A millstone is freaking tons and tons big, weight, right? So that millstone represents the destruction. And it cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon, America, be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. That's right. And the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee. No more of this jovial spirit, laughing and joking and music and harmony and dancing and concerts or whatever have you. None of that is done. And no craftsmen, all the witchcrafts, all the businesses that you developed, all the biological the MSGs, the GMOs, all right? The witchcraft, the chemtrails, the brainwashing, the urine, the propaganda, the TV, the 5G technology, all that. Can't say too much before I get deleted. Right? That's your craft. And no craftsman, the brainwashing, right, of whatsoever craft he be, right, whatever it was, which is many crafts here, should be found any more in thee, and the sound of a millstone should be heard no more at all in thee, meaning no work, none of you work in your wickedness no more, your wickedness, your lies, your all that, man. And the light of a candle, shall shine no more at all in thee. Right? And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, the international bankers, or any other sellouts, who worked who sold out to the Illuminati. For by their sorceries were all nations deceived. Yes, you were only deceived by one way, by sorcery, by witchcraft. All right, these people who control the world, they pray to witches. They're warlocks and witches. Your celebrities are warlocks and witches. They're lesser warlocks and witches. You saw a taste of that by Travis Scott. That's all I gotta say. In Astro World. Okay, and he's a low level. So if he's doing that in that part, what about the people on top? They actually deal with demons, man. Literally. And that's the only reason you've been deceived by, because they're the devil. They work with Satan. They work with the spiritual demon Satan that works with these, that's why everything you see around you is symbolically, it's demonic, it's satanic. Everybody's waking up to that. By sorceries were all nations deceived. And in her was found the blood of the prophets and the saints and all that were slain upon the earth. Yeah, because you've the one, there will be some martyrs, but we're going to rise back up anyway through the Lord. So it don't matter. We're going to be asleep for a little while, then we're going to rise back up to fight with the Lord, you know? And the, you know, all the blood of the prophets and all the ones, you know, it was because of this bitch America that these people, you know, they're responsible for all that, you know? Babylon, you know? But anyway, that was it, 50 minutes, so that's good, you know, good enough. But, you know, just wanted to do, you know, inspired by that post that Yahawah, the head brother at the Texas camp, you know, he posted this, and you know, it was a powerful image mixed in with the other things I was kind of thinking about today, you know, and, you know, hitting us more and more that this place is gone and your people, you know, will just be straight. Your father, your mother, if they took it, they're compromised, man. They're done. You know, they're done. Even your kids who you haven't seen in years. You know, you may have a 4-month-old you haven't seen, or a 7-month-old, and now they're 5, or now they're 2. You know, and the mothers are demons. You're trying to deal with them, and not deal with them, but you're trying to see your child, and they're not budging, man, because they're fucking complete demons, man. You know, and you just gotta let go. You know, you gotta let go, and pray that they'll be okay, and whoever, you know, it's all about the men of Yahawashi and the one who do His will. And we see again by all this stuff here, you know, like he posted, this place is over. I mean, that's a joke. Come on, Native American. Come on, it's over. This place is done. This place is done. This place is engulfed in lies, man. That's a hero. Someone who's dead. That's a woman now. See, this is in Babylon. This it can't get no worse, man. We're gonna go through a lot more hell, but the Lord's about to glorify us, man. You know. So, you know, with that, I would like to say, you know, I pray you edified. You know, I know I'm talking a little much, but you know, the Spirit's just gonna rise, Lord willing, in us to realize that this place is done. We're gonna be more numb, more in line with Yahawashi as time goes on. It's really about to happen, man. We pray. Hey, remember what this year is: the hastening of our Lord. And the closer He gets, the more we can kind of see Him. You know, the more we can kind of feel Him, we see Him. We visualize Him, the chariots. We visualize the spiritual power. We visualize His transforming. You know, we visualize it. We can't wait. You know, and I was just thinking today, like, damn, you know, it's gonna be such a release to let this, the Lord willing, the Lord put it in you, us, to let it out. It's gonna be like something we've just been waiting for, you know. And like, I always say, like, damn, so is so much we're holding in through the Spirit, and we're not talking about this lifetime. We're talking about lifetimes. We've been waiting for this moment, you know, in other lives. We've been waiting for this time, and to finally be, you know, the Lord let it out, like it says in Romans 8. You know what I mean? We want to go back to where we were in the beginning, the first fruits. When we do that, you know, it's like it's going to be a great relief. I mean, I believe while we're doing the work of the Lord, we're going to be crying, man. Crying with joy, you know, and doing the work of the Lord with the spiritual power, you know, and putting people to flight, crying and screaming and roaring and you know what I mean? And I believe that, you know, even the Lord, I was just thinking, because the Lord says He's going to come up with a loud shout, He's going to cry. You know, I mean, if we feel that, well, how do you think Yahawashi feel when He comes back? All the stuff that He's done to our people, you know. And He, you know, He's gonna, you know what I mean? He'll let it out, man. And because when you want something so bad, you know, When you want something so bad, we want this devil bad, we want him to go down, we want Yahawashi, you know, to come back. Through the power of Yahawah, we want him to come back, you know, and he will. So with that, shalom. All right, Yahawashi Manshai, Ahchyam, Kokodash. Thawada Yahawashi Manshai, that belongs to the apostles, that belongs to Connecticut elders. Shalom to the brothers in this country and all over the world. Shalom.